everyone. We've been learning a lot about bats in some of our classes, so I thought I'd read a story about bats today. It's called Stellaluna. And it was written, the words were written, and the pictures were made by Janelle Cannon. Stellaluna. There she is. Let's read about her. Looking for the first page. Here it is. In a warm, sultry forest far, far away, there once lived a mother fruit bat and her new baby. Oh, how Mother Bat loved her soft, tiny baby. "I'll name you Stellaluna," she cried. Look, there's the mom. There's Stellaluna. Each night, Mother Bat would carry Stellaluna clutched to her breast as she flew out to search for food. One night, as Mother Bat followed the heavy scent of ripe fruit, an owl spied her. Oh dear, there's an owl. On silent wings, the powerful owl swooped down upon the bats. Dodging and shrieking, Mother Bat tried to escape, but the owl struck again and again, knocking Stellaluna into the air. Her baby wings were limp and useless as wet paper. Oh, she doesn't really know how to fly yet. She's too little. Down, down she went, faster and faster into the forest below. Oh dear. The dark leafy tangle of branches caught Stellaluna as she fell. Phew. One twig was small enough for Stellaluna's tiny feet. Wrapping her wings around her, she clutched the thin branch, trembling with cold and fear. "Mother," Stellaluna squeaked, "where are you?" By daybreak, the baby bat could hold on no longer. Down, down again she dropped. Flump! Stellaluna landed head first in a soft, downy nest. Ooh, a nest. Startling 3 baby birds who lived there. Stellaluna quickly clambered from the nest and hung out of sight below it. She listened to the babble of the 3 birds. "What was that?" cried Flap. "I don't know, but it's hanging by its feet," chirped Flitter. "Shh! Here comes Mama," hissed Pip. There they are, Flip, Flap, and Pip. Many, many times that day, Mama Bird flew away, always returning with food for her babies. Stellaluna was terribly hungry, but not for the creepy things that Mama Bird brought. Finally, though, the bat could bear it no longer. She climbed into the nest, closed her eyes, and opened her mouth. Plop! In dropped a big green grasshopper. Now remember, a lot of bats in our world do eat insects like grasshoppers, but Stellaluna is a fruit bat. Her kind of bat eats fruit. So she's not crazy about that grasshopper. She ate it because she was hungry. Stellaluna learned to be like the birds. She stayed awake all day and slept at night. She ate bugs, even though they tasted awful. Her bat ways were quickly disappearing, except for one thing. Stellaluna still liked to sleep hanging by her feet. Once, when Mama Bird was away, the curious baby birds decided to try it too. When Mama Bird came home, she saw 8 tiny feet gripping the edge of the nest. "Eek!" she cried. "Get back up here this instant! You're gonna fall and break your necks!" That's not how birds usually work. Here's Stellaluna. She's used to hanging upside down. But birds' bodies aren't really meant for that. Mama Bird sounds nervous about it, a little bit scared. "Get back up here this instant," she said. The birds clambered back into the nest, but Mama Bird stopped Stellaluna. She does not look happy. Oh. You are teaching my children to do bad things. I will not let you back into this nest unless you promise to obey all the rules of this house. Stellaluna promised. She ate bugs without making faces. She slept in the nest at night, and she didn't hang by her feet. Stellaluna behaved as a good bird should. Is she a bird? All the babies grew quickly. Soon the nest became crowded. Mama Bird told them it was time to learn how to fly. One by one, Pip, Flitter, and Flap and Stellaluna jumped from the nest. Their wings worked. I'm just like them, thought Stellaluna. I can fly too. How different their wings look. They can both all fly, but Stellaluna's wings look really different. Pip, Flitter, and Flap gently landed gracefully on a branch. Stellaluna tried to do the same. Oh! They landed on their feet. Ooh, she's having a hard time landing. How embarrassing. Oh, she's really struggling with how to land. I will fly all day, Stellaluna told herself. Then no one will see how clumsy I am. She decided she'll just keep flying all day long and not land. Then no one will know that she's having a hard time with it. Is that really a good solution? That's what she's deciding to do. The next day, Flitter, Flap, Pip, and Stellaluna went flying far from home. They flew for hours, exercising their new wings. The sun is setting, warned Flitter. We'd better go home or we'll get lost in the dark, said Flap. But Stellaluna had flown far ahead, and she was nowhere to be seen. The three anxious birds went home without her. All alone, Stellaluna flew and flew until her wings ached and she dropped into a tree. I promised not to hang by my feet, Stellaluna sighed. So she hung by her thumbs and soon fell fast asleep. She didn't hear the soft sound of wings coming near. Ooh, who's coming near? Hey, a loud voice said. Why are you hanging upside down? Stellaluna's eyes opened wide. She saw a most peculiar face. I'm not upside down. You are, said Stellaluna. Ah, but you're a bat. Bats hang by their feet. You're hanging by your thumbs, so that makes you upside down, the creature said. I'm a bat. I'm hanging by my feet. That makes me right side up. Stellaluna was confused. Mama Bird told me I was upside down. She said I was wrong. Wrong for a bird, maybe, but not for a bat. More bats gathered around to see the strange young bat who behaved like a bird. Stellaluna told them her story. You ate bugs? Stuttered one. You slept at night? Gasped another. How very strange, they all murmured. Wait, let me look at this child. A bat pushed through the crowd. Excuse me. An owl attacked you, she said. Sniffing Stellaluna's fur, she whispered, You are Stellaluna. You are my baby. Is that his mom? You escaped the owl, cried Stellaluna. You survived? Yes, said Mother Bat as she wrapped her wings around Stellaluna. Come with me and I'll show you where to find the most delicious fruit. You'll never have to eat another bug as long as you live. Mom found him. That's so nice. But it's nighttime, Stellaluna squeaked. We can't fly in the dark or we'll crash into trees. We're bats, Mother Bat said. We can see in the darkness. Come with us. Stellaluna was afraid, but she let go of the tree and she dropped into the deep blue sky. Stellaluna could see. She felt as though rays of light shone from her eyes. She was able to see everything in her path. Oh, she could see at night. Yay! Soon the bats found a mango tree, and Stellaluna ate as much of the fruit as she could hold. I'll never eat another bug as long as I live, cheered Stellaluna as she stuffed herself full. I must tell Pip, Flitter, and Flap. He wants to tell his bird friends about it. The next day, Stellaluna went to visit the birds. Come with me and meet my bat family, said Stellaluna. Okay, let's go, agreed Pip. They hang by their feet and they fly at night and they eat the best food in the world, Stellaluna explained to the birds on the way. As the birds flew among the bats, Flap said, I feel upside down here. So the birds hung by their feet. Wait until dark, Stellaluna said excitedly. We'll fly at night. When night came, Stellaluna flew away. Pip, Flitter, and Flap leapt from the tree to join her. I can't see anything, yelled Pip. Neither can I, howled Flap. Yeah! Shrieked Flitter. We're gonna crash! They're gonna crash! Gasped Stellaluna. I must rescue them. Stellaluna swooped about, grabbing her friends in the air. She lifted them to a tree, and the birds grasped a branch. Stellaluna hung from the limb above them. Ooh, the birds cannot see at nighttime like Stellaluna. They have to fly in the daytime. Phew, we're safe, she sighed. I wish you could see in the dark, too. I wish you could land on your feet, said Flitter. Pip and Flap nodded. They perched in silence for a long time. How can we be so different and feel so much alike, mused Flitter. And how can we feel so different and be so much alike, wondered Pip. I think this is quite a mystery, Flap chirped. I agree, said Stellaluna, but we're friends, and that's a fact. That is true. Even though they're quite different from one another, they have a lot of things the same. They can both fly, things like that. They have wings, but they are quite different. But they're still friends, even though they have a lot of differences. I like that story about friends and bats and birds. It's a good one. I hope you enjoyed it too, and I will see you soon.